Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you today? If you are new here, my name is Amber Alexis, and this channel, while I'm still coming up with a name for it, is all about mental harmony, emotional wellness, magnetizing the life that is meant for you through neuroscience, through laws of attraction, through spirituality, through harmony, and through understanding that we are so powerful. This is a place for women, for mothers, mothers to be, as I'm also in the process of becoming a first time mom, which I'm really excited about. And just people in general who want to better their lives, but also accept the present moment and talk about the hardships of things and talk about the ins and outs. And I hope to guide you to the best of my abilities. My life has never been conventional, and that's on purpose. And that's what I hope to share with you, is to find a life that just feels good for you. It doesn't matter if it's conventional or not. If that feels aligned, I hope you stay and we can connect a little bit further. Today we're talking about mental harmony. As I've gotten older, this has been like my number one priority. I feel like in my 20s, and I did start the practice. I got my yoga teacher training. I got into meditation then, but it wasn't like the number one priority. The number one priority in my 20s was hustling, making money, traveling to as many places as I can, however scrappy I needed to get, and just being as social as possible. That was a big part of it. But as you grow older, you do have this energy of going inward a lot, like understanding life a lot. It really is something that happens naturally. And I think protecting your mental harmony is a big part of it. And this doesn't mean I don't travel. I'm literally in Lagos and have been in Portugal for the past 2.5 months during my baby moon, extended baby moon. It doesn't mean I'm not social anymore. I have really great friends that I'm very proud of. And it doesn't mean I'm not hustling or trying to build my business. It just means that I'm really focusing on the harmony part first. It always came second. It was like first the travel, first this, and then the harmony, and then going inward. But instead, we're doing it backwards now. We're focusing on harmony first, and then from that place, what comes out of it. So here are 10 ways that I protect my mental harmony. Number one is I have cultivated a pretty much consistent daily meditation practice. And while it doesn't look the same every single day, and there are days where it feels easier to stay in an hour meditation and days where I'm really struggling, having a internal quiet practice for the mind is so healing, because there's so much noise around us and we honestly forget who we are and what we want. And when you close your eyes and you just focus inward, nothing in your reality matters, just what's between your eyes, and you quiet the thoughts. At first, the thoughts are going to be loud and the familiar places and things are going to be on your constant mind, the to-do list and everything. It is a practice, but the more you do it, the more you focus on that mental pause and you meditate on a daily basis, the more you find this inner peace that is really hard to describe, but it is so beautiful. When you open your eyes from that meditation, you feel very whole. And I do think that's a big part of the life that we're trying to live, is feeling a lot of wholeness. So I do really advocate for meditation. Even if you're starting at like 5 minutes a day, make time for it. It is your life, right? Especially if you feel like stressed and chaotic and you have a lot of anxiety. It has helped me shift all of that over time. I wouldn't say it happened overnight, but over time, it does help you release so much of that, which I'm very grateful for. Number two is exploring. I love to keep the excitement alive. Of course, I love traveling. One thing with mental harmony is you want to have this continuous love for life. And what is a better way to have a love for life than exploring the neighborhood you're in? Back home, I love exploring new coffee shops. I love exploring new pathways to walk, parks. I just love exploring different things, just going out and like having a new experience as often as I can, usually on the weekends, of course, or if I can squeeze something in the daytime or after work. I know it's hard when you're like, oh, but I'm so tired. All I want to do is relax at home. And there's a beauty to it. I love relaxing at home. But I do think making time to explore, and it can even also be like taking a cooking class or learning a new recipe at home. Like maybe you don't want to leave your house, but learn something new. Continue to explore and navigate this beautiful life and make time for the things that you've always wanted to do. You will find a new version of you that you didn't know existed. Number 3, this is a new one for me. I feel like I've always been someone who prides myself in like replying on time and like being a very present friend and being a very present, like active member in all the people that I love's lives. But as I've been pregnant, if you know, your energies are high, low, lows, like even in the second trimester, which is like the most like, energizing trimester from what I've heard. The energy waves are real. Like the battery life is real. We have really high energy in the morning and then it kind of dwindles off as the day goes. And then I get like a little kick up in the afternoon, then it dwindles down again, and then a little kick up in the evening. So I've learned that making myself reply to people I love, whether it's like replying to their TikToks or replying to their comments on Instagram or replying to their messages, just because I want to be a good friend does not serve my mental harmony. So I have learned to just not reply when someone immediately texts me because I need the space to do it in the right time and give myself permission to do that without guilt. And I think that's been a really beautiful lesson, and it's been so good for my mental health. I don't have the energy to reply to this. I don't have the energy to listen to this voice memo, and I just don't. I just don't. And I think it serves both me and my friends and the people I love, because the version of me that they do get when I do have the energy is so much more present than the version of me that would have replied just because I felt forced to. So that's a really big thing that I just want to share with you, especially if you're someone who's like, leans to be a people pleaser, leans to just be that friend who's always there. Like, you don't need to reply right away. They'll be fine. Okay? Everyone's fine. No one needs access to you 24/7. Literally no one. Number 4 is movement. I do try to get some daily movement. Even now that I'm pregnant, I'm a yoga teacher, so I always lean into yoga. I also love walking and running and Pilates. I'm getting into weightlifting, but it still hasn't been my favorite thing, but I know it's good for you. So just finding movement that feels really, really, really good for you. I like linking movement with nature. Mental harmony, one of the best things to do is get out in nature and just remind yourself that you're kind of small in this world. Your problems are important and things are stressful and things are hard and things are challenging and things are unfair. But when you look at nature, you're just like, it's all okay. I'm gonna be okay. I'm still here. I can still make a difference. I can still live a life. I can still make new choices. And I think that's what nature does to me. So sometimes I like combining yoga with nature, or a walk, or in the mountains, or hiking, going camping, and just like adding that to the exploring thing, adding that to just part of what we're doing here, right? Finding time for nature, even if it's a park or a lake around your neighborhood. I really want you to make sure you move every day, because moving does release dopamine and it does drop your cortisol levels. There's so many studies on this at this point that there's no reason why you shouldn't make time for daily movement. Number 5 is learning something new consistently. I'm always trying to learn more about the things I'm passionate about. So like, I'm really passionate about helping people live a life that feels really true to them and helping myself understand that process. Like, it's not just about others. It's like, okay, how do I live a life that feels true to me? How do I remember that I'm so powerful, right? How do I feel more whole and experience that? So I do a lot of research, whether it's researching on neuroscience, neuroplasticity, listening to podcasts or keynotes. Just making time to research and learn new things really helps the mental harmony, because you feel like you're continuously learning about life, learning about you, learning about things you love, and you're always a student and without the pressure of the test. And you genuinely enjoy learning. And sometimes I think because of the pressure of college and high school, studying and doing all that and like just passing the test, we forget the love for knowledge. A love for knowledge helps with harmony, because you keep learning and understanding whatever you're passionate about, and it gives you this excitement, and the excitement links to harmony, and a lot of opportunities come for this. Number 6, resting and journaling. I am a journaling queen. I have created 2 journals, which I love. Gratitude Manifestation, my first journal ever. Overflow October. It links with the challenge that I do every October to experience overflow. And I love journaling. It's literally changed my life forever. I've had a diary since I could remember, and I have stacks of journals of my life. Helping your thoughts come out of your head and into paper releases them consistently. Consistently. So I always make time for journaling, and it really creates a lot of harmony in my life, especially right before bed. If there's like a lot of thoughts, I will grab my journal and I will journal out everything. I'll journal out my to-do list. I'll journal out my fears. I'll journal out everything I'm thinking about. And that helps me clear my mind so I can actually sleep better. Or if I just have a lot to process, like you'll catch me journaling pretty consistently. And then resting, being pregnant. I have no choice but to rest. It's been such a blessing to learn that I could rest without guilt. It's been a journey. It's been a 25-week journey to understand that. But I'm finally coming to terms that resting, you shouldn't feel guilty about it. You should just enjoy it. And life is not about producing consistently. Life is about balance and harmony. And the more we lean into balance, the more we lean into harmony, the more we lean into resting without guilt, the better our lives become, the more rich we become in energy and creativity. Because producing is exhausting, and you need time to recharge. Everything needs time to recharge. So make time to recharge and rest. It's a big part of healing and having harmony in your life. 7 is creating for the sake of creating. Just having fun creating. Creating doesn't necessarily need to be creating content. It can be creating art, creating scrapbooks, creating recipes, creating, fun activities for your friends. Just create for the sake of like having fun. Do you remember creating just for fun? Do you remember just drawing because you enjoyed drawing? Like even if you weren't good at it, like you just liked seeing the colors on the paper? Okay, let's get back to that. And that's something that I've tried to get back to, especially as someone who is a content creator and has produced a lot of content online and built a whole business that was very marketing and strategy heavy, because I am a marketer. I lost a lot of that just create to create. I've always been like create to produce an outcome. I'm still in this space of like, okay, how do I just create because my soul wants to share something, because I want to just experience something, because I just want to see something pretty on a paper, and I don't have to produce anything. It doesn't need to be this capitalistic thing. It can just be a version of me that wants to be expressive. So I will say that's a big part of harmony, taking time to create just to create without like this need to produce something that's monetary or going to change the world. I think it's really healing. And then the next one is following my dreams, no matter how long it takes. And I think sometimes we give up on our dreams because it's taking too long to get here. And I understand completely, but I do think if something's in your heart and you are thinking about something consistently day in, day out on a weekly basis, it's there for a reason. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. Just keep believing, even if other people are telling you, stop, go be realistic, do this, do that. And I think there's a way to mediate the realism of life and bills and all that while also still continuing to pursue your dream. Don't let anyone tell you it's taking too long, you should give up. Harmony is being in truth to you. And when you understand that, it doesn't matter what anyone says. You just keep producing what feels good to you. And I promise you, eventually you will get there. Eventually you will succeed. It's not if, it's when. And I remember the first mentor I ever had told me that, and I've always really resonated with that concept. So I hope it helps you remember. It's not if it's going to work out, it's when. Keep pursuing it, no matter what. Another thing that helps with me with mental harmony is EFT tapping and breathwork. So EFT tapping is emotional freedom technique, and it kind of goes through your meridian points and you release limitations that are holding you back by repeating certain limiting beliefs out loud, rephrasing them, reframing them, getting very clear, removing them from your body. I have a few EFT tapping videos on this channel, so you can check them out. But when I learned about EFT tapping, it does help me, especially when my mind is in overdrive. It helps me a lot. It's just like an extra added thing. Similar with breath work, whenever there's a lot of anxiety in my life or stress, like I come back to the breath. Like your breath is so important. And there's many types of breath work that you can do, but just coming back to your breath and remembering it's all okay. You are safe. And the final one is finding your people, finding your inner circle that you can really rely on and that you can be 100% yourself with. And I will say, like, not everyone is going to be everything to you. So, like, don't put so much pressure on one person to be like, you have to be everything to me, like your partner or your best friend. Everyone has their gifts to bring into your life. So your inner circle will be made up of different people that bring different gifts and bring out different sides of you. And that is beautiful. But making time to find that and cultivate that. And I think I will create a video on like creating friendships, because I do think that as we get older, it's harder to create friends and like deep inner circles. But that has helped my harmony a lot, especially people who understand like the process that I go through in life. And as I'm becoming a mom, like I'm obviously connecting with my friends who are parents a lot deeper. One more thing about the inner circle: if people in your inner circle don't make you feel comfortable anymore, you don't need to be friends with them anymore. Okay? Or at least you don't need to be as close with them, even if you've known them for like 10 years. You can cut them off from your life. Allowed, permission granted. Thank you for being here so much. I appreciate you. I hope these reasons resonate with you and you create mental harmony in your life. And the more I prioritize my mental harmony, the more I prioritize these 10 things consistently throughout my day, throughout my week, I feel more and more like myself, and I feel more empowered, and I trust myself. So I hope that you can also learn to trust yourself, that you can also learn how powerful you are, because you truly are so damn powerful. And finding harmony within yourself will give you that confidence to get where you want to go a lot faster. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, share what your favorite tip was, share your own tip for mental harmony, and share this with a friend that you think might enjoy it. And if you do want to hang out a little bit more, make sure you subscribe. I hope to see you in the next video. Sending you so much love. Bye.